Guys, how you doing? It's Greg. It is a Sunday. A Sunday. You can see now that the room I was working in is getting more and more set up. All the paintings left over from the kids and the fake brick walls up back there. It's a little short, but it works. Um, so yeah, you can see here. Oh, there you go. There's our game. Me and Keegan were doing with Necromunda. So it is going to get finished up tomorrow. We started that today, and it's going to get finished up tomorrow. So hello everyone. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday. This is Tabletop Gaming. I know some of you on Twitch may not know what we do, but we do a lot of tabletop gaming. So, hey Charles, how are you, man? Charles here, he posts his food before he games. I like that because all of us gamers have to eat anyways, right? And Keegan, it's been a horrible week for Keegan. The game we're playing didn't work out the way Keegan was expecting it to. But it's not over yet. He has one person left, so there's a chance he can die gloriously or he can win. Depends on the dice. I mean, I failed pretty bad at the dice today. Charles, Keegan says hi. Keegan, Charles says hi. There you go. Um, but yeah, so now you're going to see a little bit different before you've seen the brick background, which I might occasionally do once in a while if I don't have a game set up. But now that we have a dedicated spot for gaming, it's like tonight, it worked out good because we've got to finish it up. And this will give Keegan a chance to come back after work tomorrow. When he gets off work, I'll be off work. We can finish it up. Then I can get the video done and uploaded. And then once I clear the table, there's a couple of items on the shelf there that I can start doing here and there solo too, which is what we'll be doing next. I notice a lot of you guys that I follow have been kicking some content out lately. Holy crap. And that's good. My desk is full of Russian sprues that I've got to get done. Ooh, I did get one, Charles. I got one Soviet tank built. But, you know, that's one. I got a bunch of those to do, and yeah, we'll get it out of there. So that's working okay that way. So exciting stuff. Yes, we did get to game this week. Yes, we're working on getting our my God, the Red Dawn box built. Oh, hey, there's Dave. Dave, you want to join on? Okay, man. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get an invite for Dave. And anyone else that wants one. Hold on. There you go, Dave. I just put it in there. Um, so yeah, so building some tanks is my quest for the week. I've been trying to get that going. I just got it started the other day, but then days like today, doing the gaming, me and Keegan spent some time doing this, and unfortunately, Clinton couldn't make the game. It would have been a little more of a bogged down game, I guess. If he would have made it, it probably would have slowed it down. Right now, it's just at where it's at. So I did a little live stream while we were doing it earlier to TikTok. Oh, and my mug this week is Modeling for Advantage. You guys all know who they are. If you don't, you can look them up. It's cool people. Sometimes they come by and say hi. Sometimes I get to say hi to them. Depends. They're across the pond, so to speak. So 6-hour time difference. Mini War Mutt. He's getting a mug, or he's going to get a mug. Then I'll advertise yours too. So I'd like to do. You guys want? Like I said, I'll put up a mug every week and use a different one and rotate it out with mine and someone else's, and in a circle, because the cups are pretty cool. So there you go, Dave. You can take that link whenever you want. Damn. I'm all scruffy today. There's a table. Whoa. I wonder. Watch out. Let's see if Greg can do it. It's not going to go too terribly far, though. But, yeah. There's an overview of our Necromunda game there. So that's interesting. You can see the fighters over there by the black chair. Those are Keegan's. 2 of them are laying down, taking a dirt nap. There's my 3 over there. They're just too proud to lay down, so they're going to stand. But yeah, so that's the setup there. And then there's the sprues, Mr. Annex. Look, beautiful sprues, beautiful. Happy Desk. What the heck is that, Mr. Annex? He looks cool. Look at that. I've got a cool looking dude on mine.
Can you hear me? Or is it? No, it's not muted.
There you go, Charles.
All right.
You can see there the miniatures I'm going to be building. That's just some, you know. There are more. But it's nice to have the table where it's at. And I don't think your beautiful truck is in danger, Keegan, because if you were smart, you would take that beautiful truck and get it the hell off the board with your guy. Or stay and fight. That's up to you. If it was me, I'd be trying to... We ran across a situation, so hold on. Game and Wise. And that is...
What?
We're not... Oh, got some glare there. There we go. Dave, we cannot see your face, sir. I just see like a logo. Although you got hella good signal. It's all bars. And let's see here. What did Charles say? Charles said Ironclads, a book game. Okay. Hey, some of those are cool. I still got to do that one chick game I picked up too. And I want to run another scenario out of the one Jeff sent me. So one thing at a time. But because we're doing the March to Victory, I've got to get my butt going on those.
Can you hear me now?
They've got to get done.
Am I coming through? Am I here?
And
audio-wise, at least.
What else did you put up there? What was that?
Yeah, maybe not.
Snow boats. Okay, and that's a solo game. There you are, David. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Am I here now?
I cannot hear you. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't hear you.
Because it's not like the microphones aren't.
David's settings are good.
Mm-hmm.
Your volume's good. I don't know why I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Oh, let me check something, sir.
Yeah. I see my bars coming through.
My connection, I think, is good. Can you try saying something again, David?
Yes.
Oh,
I am saying things.
There we go. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. Oh, I
Was
can
it
hear
you all
you.
along?
Oh, I can hear you. Good.
Okay.
We're good.
Do I need to turn up, though?
Oh.
Am I loud enough?
He says he can hear it. I don't know. Technical difficulty, I guess. All I did was unplug my speaker thing and plug it back in. So
okay.
Maybe it just needed to be, you know. Thank you, Charles. You can hear us. All right, Dave. So you see that? Did you see my sprues over there?
The who? Which?
My sprues.
Where?
These. Hold on.
Oh, nice pile.
Yeah.
I'll show you a tank too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you're going to show me. Yeah.
So I got this hooked up to my OBS. So let's see. This guy.
Nice. OBS is good software, man.
Yeah. So I got this 176 scale King Tiger.
Nice.
I told my friend I'll build it for him.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, because I picked up some 172 miniatures. They're really cool.
So, would you like get like a deal on them then, David? Or
These guys, no, they're just regular price, but I wanted to see how they are, and the detail is amazing.
wow, what was the company name on those?
Zvezda, of course.
Oh, Zvezda, yeah. That's what I thought. But I didn't see it. Yeah, I love their stuff, man. That latest game I got, it's got such cool models in there. I have to finish the Red Dawn stuff first because we're doing that convention. But otherwise, yeah. Let's see our table. Now I have a permanent table I can leave set up. Ooh, fancy.
Nice. That's so handy.
It's just dedicated space. My son's like, well, so where do I sleep when I come over, Dad? I said, the other room. Yeah. So this works out pretty good that way. But damn. Yeah. So you're working on that. You got anything else you're working on, Dave?
Not really.
Not really.
No, I stopped and visited my friend yesterday, and we're talking about 172. He showed me his giant collection. And so I'm going to work on this tank. And he also gave me a starter set for Wild West Exodus.
Oh, very cool.
So I don't think I can work on that today, but
my hands are busy for a bit, man.
Oh, yeah, I always got stuff.
Yeah. Hey, there's Mini Warmut. Hello, Mini Warmut. He's going to have to get a coffee cup too. But yeah, it's been a pretty decent week. I mean, we got stuff accomplished, and more or less it was trying to finish off the gaming room the way the kids left it. But look at all this artwork, and so
it looks good. Looks like a bunker.
It does, kind of, with my fake brick wall that's not long enough, but that works when I'm doing just the other stuff.
Yeah, just put some moss in there, and then it'll look like a
back brush it or something.
Yeah.
Get some spray and stuff. Nah, it's just I'm kind of happy. I at least now finally have a space where it's not my front room anymore, and it's just for this. So that'll work. Cheap as possible and functional. Because I have to be able to afford my coffee, David. It's getting expensive, man.
Well, yeah. I heard eggs for you guys are super expensive too.
Yeah, what do you guys pay for eggs there in your country?
I think it's just the usual price. So like $3 a dozen.
Yeah, see, they went from 98 cents to $5.
Yeah, it's quite the jump.
It's a huge jump. For me, there is a local farmer that's on the outside of town, so I can get good eggs. He only charges $1 to deliver them.
Nice. $1 for a dozen?
No, just $1 for delivery, no matter how many.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's got a delivery route set up, so everybody pays him $1, so he gets his gas money back at least, and probably lunch out of it. But it's kind of nice because they're from the farm. He doesn't use any of the chemicals, additives, and crap, and so they're just good eggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we will do that. The store stuff is questionable. And Mini Wormut says it's 58 degrees there, huh? Below freezing cold for you. Come on, Mini Wormut. 58's not freezing cold. To us, that would be a heat wave. That'd be like, oof, time to go outside in shorts and stuff. Yeah.
It warmed up here yesterday. I think it got to like +10 and then it snowed. So that was weird.
Yeah, we got snow and ice the other day and then a trace. And then it's just kind of oddball weather because normally we get more snow. So I'm wondering what February is going to be like.
Snowmageddon.
No, I'm okay with that. I mean, I can camp if it happens. But half the time in our area, we just get less than what they predict. So that's what's going to happen, Dave, is everybody's going to go, it's another one of those reports, and then we'll get buried one day.
Oh, no.
Then they won't be expecting it. That's all. But I can't complain. So
I can complain. I injured my hip.
Oh, no.
On Wednesday. I've been off work the last couple of days.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
Oh, it's fun stuff.
Okay. Hey.
Before that, though, it was just from work. It's been getting more and more aggravated, and it's up and down, and I just didn't take care of it properly. So I straightened it, and I couldn't walk anymore.
Now you're going to have to take care of it, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Going to physio tomorrow.
I liked it when I got physical therapy for my knee. It was not a glorious injury. I didn't get abducted or hit by a car or anything. I just was out with the dog and I turned. And when you turn, you're supposed to turn your foot, and I didn't. I just turned my knee, and that was it. I tore the quad muscle just because I moved wrong.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yep, a couple months could barely get my foot in and out of the car, but I did what the physical therapist said, and hey, it worked out. I didn't have to have surgery or nothing. So
yeah.
Well, hello, Singing Prana. How are you?
Yeah, I went to the massage therapist yesterday, and she got me able to stand for a while.
That's cool.
I could mostly sleep.
He goes to some massage therapist once a week or something. He texts me. I don't know how legit that is, though.
You know, it's funny. I was looking for a legit massage therapist, and it was harder to find a booking for than the other kind.
Yeah, actually, you're right about that. What this Mini Warmut says, he's addicted to uploading short videos. Yeah, you have put out a plethora of videos, sir. It's I don't know. He's got a lot. He's got a lot of them coming out. So.
Yes,
and you can get how do you add any kind of music without the copyright? Because that's one thing I'm leery of doing. I don't agree with David. Like, if I go buy a song, why can't I play the song in the background? I bought the album. I bought the CD. I bought the download. Whatever it is I'm playing it on, I purchased it. How come I can't just use it in the background while I'm painting? Like, oh no, and all of a sudden it's a copyright stuff. And you're like, that makes no sense. So then I don't own the songs that I bought.
No, I think that's the trick. You don't own it.
Yeah. But Mini Wormut has them putting out a ton of videos. So that's good, though.
I think there's some songs you can use, though. There's like a list of songs. If you go through, you can see which ones you're allowed to use and which ones you're not.
The open source kind of stuff.
Well, not even open source. I think just like certain songs you're allowed to use snippets of. And the short videos are only a minute long.
Yeah, I could do some more shorts. It's kind of hard to do shorts on a campaign game or something, but I could do it on the tank. So this set comes with different types of vehicles. I could do them on each one, I guess, too.
That's your challenge. You gotta do a 1-minute battle report. I did one of those.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough to get everything in 1 minute.
Tough to condense it down into a minute. It'd be like, so we rolled, and PM lost or I lost, and that would be the that'd be the battle report. But it would be too hard to be I don't know. I've been doing them in sections, and people have said they liked it that way, which is good. But there's still, Dave, there's no way for me to condense a 2-hour game and just, I can condense it down to about 7 minutes or 5 minutes or something short, but it's too. I don't know how to do it in under a minute. I leave that to you.
I did an OPR game, and I just did video, a sweeping video of the end of every round, and then did a little synopsis.
That's kind of what I do, somewhat like that. We just talk about what happened at the end of the round, and then I splice it together. Like, this took 5 rounds, and I think we're only about 7 minutes into a video. We got one more round left to do, so it'll be a short one. But I think anymore, attention span is so short with people that they just go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So some of the long ones don't seem to work for me.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, thanks, Mini Warmut. He says he likes the room. Yeah, it's I left the kids' original artwork where they gamed, including see those 2 pictures back there? Or barely. So behind those is a hole in the wall each where the kids got mad at the game. So
it happens.
So we were gonna here, let me show you what EA Sports does. Really, it's not good. See this, David? Watch.
Oh yeah.
That's my son from EA. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna frame it. I'm just gonna go down and get some quarter round and just cut it out and picture frame them. And
hey Chris, how are you doing? I invited my friend Chris over.
Oh, hello Chris. Welcome to our goofiness. And we're glad you're here. If you're a friend of David's, then you're welcome. But yeah, we're just leave it as is, Mini Warmut. I had only one person tell me, you should paint it, Greg. And I'm like, nah, that paints over all the kids' memories. They gamed here growing up, so now it's just the game room. And it looks funky, but they The hand did it, and I'm kind of a sappy parent, so I guess we'll leave it at that. And, do that there.
I think it's important to be a sappy parent.
Chris says, what do we got going today? In the background is a Necromunda game that we were doing. Dave, you're putting together a model, right?
Yeah. I'll flip it over.
Okay, Mini Warm Up, go get your coffee. I got some too.
This is what I got going
There
on.
you go.
I got to build a million little wheels. If you can see it. It's kind of washed out.
Yeah, you got to put all those on each. Well,
It's a job, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Zvezda's got such nice stuff, man.
Yeah.
And
this is a Japanese kit. It's a
that's
Fujimi.
Japanese. Wait a minute. Well, you showed me a Zvezda box.
Yeah, those are the infantry.
Oh, okay.
This one's
sorry.
the tank. Yeah.
That's the tank.
This is the one I got from my friend. I said, look complicated to build. And then I offered to build any tank he wanted. And he said this one.
Oh, there you go. That'll give you something. That is a lot of wheels I see on the diagram there. Damn.
It's a lot of wheels.
Yeah, but then it just makes it more enjoyable. You put the time and effort into it, and it comes out nice. That's cool.
Yeah. I
Very
like
cool.
building models, so it's no work for me. But it is work.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, coffee is a must. Yeah. It does help me to get going through the day. It's the cheaper of any kind of habits out there, and it's my only habit anymore. That's about it.
That's it. Just coffee.
And remember this, Chris. You ever go to the doctor and they say, we need you to drink more water, just tell them, what the hell do you think they make coffee out of? Water, right? It's just flavored water, David. That's all.
Yeah.
Right? But
It's,
I mean, it's 99%
supplements.
water. Yeah. So, so yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how the week went, functioning wise, and I'm just really happy to have a little room now where I've kind of got everything set off to the side and can get it done. So during the week, David, I will be building those tanks you see there and getting that kit done.
Excellent.
That's what I'm going to do.
I'm also not doing too much.
Charles says, my coffee is cold. I'm too lazy to get up and heat it up.
Oh.
No, I understand that. Sometimes it's difficult. I get mine started by, I guess, you know what I need is a coffee warmer. But then again,
Oh, yeah, one of those USB ones.
yeah. So once tomorrow night, Keegan will be back to finish up the last round on this game that we got on the table. And then I'm going to be working on the tanks, and now I can do some solo stuff too there. Mini Warm Up and Charles, both of you guys have been hounding me, dude, really solo. And I'm not, generally a solo player, so I will learn to be.
It's a lot easier when you have a space set up to be a solo player.
Well, I can leave the game on the table now and keep the door shut, and the dog doesn't come in and, mess it up.
Yeah.
Or bump the table or whatever. But it works pretty good that way so far. And I've thought sometimes too, David, about building things during the show, but sometimes I'm just too much trying to pay attention to what's in the chat and what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair. I got dual monitors now, so it's easier for me to pay attention.
Yeah.
I got the chat
I had
there, screen over here.
Yeah. I had dual monitors, and then the video card, the port on the one side went out. So
Oh, no.
what I got to do is get a new video card.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one side of it don't work, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, then I'll have to try to, and then trying to find them, and the prices range so much depending on, some people think things are worth $10 million, when they're worth not that. So, yeah, it's like, why would I spend almost as much on a video card as I would on a new computer?
It's true. It's a tough market right now.
Yeah, it is. So for right now, I got my nice big monitor that I'm using, so I guess I could split it up, but 2 monitors is easier.
Yeah. That's what I'm learning. Practicing
It
as I
is
go.
much easier, man, especially if you're using OBS. It's a must. Like when I was using OBS, a lot. That secondary monitor is what I was looking at OBS with. That's what I was using. And I like OBS. Honestly, you can do quite a bit with it. But it's way easier.
I need them to get some optimization going for my graphics card. I
You
picked up
just need.
the ARC A70 770.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so once they get the proper codecs running, I'll be able to stream a lot more efficiently. It creates a high quality image or video with a smaller bandwidth. It's a really fast encoder. So that's going to be exciting.
That would be cool. Charles says he's working on some river terrain. That's nice. Rivers are nice to have. Chris says he has some Clan Max he stripped yesterday to start working on tonight. So, Chris, what kind of are they? Are you talking like BattleTech, like Innerspear? What's your clan? Because I finally played, David. I played, oh my God, Alpha Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I way like those rules better, way better than the traditional BattleTech. It's much faster. Yeah.
Classic BattleTech's cool, but
Ledford, you're asking what kind of game I mean is Necromunda. So Necromunda is like I can't explain. It's kind of like Mad Max. If you've seen the movie Mad Max, it's like set in a futuristic world where it's been bombed out. It's destroyed, so you're fighting one clan is fighting other clans or gangs, they call them, and for control of trade routes and whatnot. And at the end of it's just an ongoing game with a lot of RPG elements and miniatures. Like I think I can kind of show you here. Let me see if I can move this camera. It's just easier if I can show you. I don't have very long reach on it, so just a second. Let's see there. If you can see, there's some figures on the table there. And these little guys, you got to build them. And I build them, we build them and paint them. And then they each come with their own stat cards, something like this. You fill out. And I know you can't see it very well. I don't have this room completely set up to do an overview thing yet. So I'm just kind of moving it around. Because trying to get the room set up and gaming in.
Oh yeah.
So it's a pretty fun game where you build the models and then you fight it out on the tabletop. So all of us have done tons of video gaming and that kind of stuff. So the difference is there's no lag. Is the biggest thing I'll tell you. It's just a roll of dice. So and decisions if you make bad decisions. Actually, it is a pretty fun game. I like a lot of first person shooters there, Ledford. So when I do tabletop gaming, I like to get out and fight. I like to engage in the fight. And so it's about wandering through a wasteland, trading. You can trade, you can upgrade your weapons and vehicles. We're doing a campaign, which you can do. So your guys actually level up, and at the end of the round, whenever roads you own or trade routes, you get credits for. The credits you can use to buy various upgrades, armor, weapons, whatever. So it is a fun game. It goes on like that. So it is a fun game, actually. This game we did today, we got to finish it up tomorrow, the one that's on the table, because we ran out of time, Ledford. So once that's done, it'll be out next Sunday. And every Sunday at noon, instead of doing the live stream for most of these, we're just going to have videos uploaded. And then some games we'll live stream that we're quick at, because this one, sometimes you got to reference your book once in a while. And Mini Wormwood is back with vanilla bean coffee. And Chris says the Clan Mechs are different tech than Innerspear. You have a star to paint, which is 5. Okay. So,
I want to show off my new acquisition.
Show it off. What the heck? 5
Leagues from the Borderlands.
Oh, all right.
So it's like 5 parsecs from home, but fancy.
Chris says, I could tell you don't have cats. No, cats jump up and get on the table. When you're trying to build things, put things together, cats are not good to have. You know, not that I don't like cats. I just don't have cats. And Mini Wormut thinks that's awesome there, Dave, that you got the 5 Leagues hardcover.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
anything about that. So you want to fill us in, Dave, a little bit about it, or?
Well, I haven't played it.
Oh, you haven't
5
played it.
Parsecs from Home is more my game, and they are very similar. But yeah, so I think you'd call it a low fantasy for sure. The magic isn't overwhelming, but there are fantasy races. There's like basically fairy kind of people, half-bloods. So not quite like elves, but kind of like elves. There's halflings. Everyone loves halflings. There's duck people and humans. Ooh. And a people called dusklings, which is purposely left ambiguous. So dusklings could be orcs, or they could be barbarians, or just people who are different than you.
Oh, okay.
And so you procedurally roll up a warband, and then you set them out into adventure. The regions have 3 different threat levels that you roll up on out of like a possible, I think it's 5. So you're trying to like patrol this borderland region and eliminate all the threats as you go. And so you move around the map and you find interesting locations. And some of them are delves, so you delve down into the dungeon. Sometimes you find monster lairs. And that's about as much as I know on that game. Chris would probably know a bit too.
Nice. But so can you upgrade your characters as you go then, David?
Yeah, absolutely. So you gain experience and you roll on tables to level them up, I think you can roll on.
Yeah, because that's interesting. I mean, this Necromunda thing, the way it's set up, you could play it forever. Like literally, you could play it for the next 50 years, and
oh yeah,
there's no end to it. And yeah. But Mini Wormut sure likes your hardcover book. I prefer hardcover books too, especially if I got to keep them around and look through them.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. I did a little. I can move this because I can put it back. So I took an old, like Keegan printed up like an old school 30K Rhino type tank, and David and I painted the enforcer colors, but I ad hoc'd a flamethrower to it. Magnetized it, so it's got a weapon on it. And this game's got templates, so not bad. I mean, there's some reach on that flamethrower.
Oh yeah.
And it's an auto hit, so it just kind of burns whatever it hits. So
you gotta try to angle it the right way to get the most dudes.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, we used to play with those back in the old days of 40K. Those were fun.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. It's a throwback to the old templates because they got a blast template and yeah, it's kind of just depends on what you like to play. I mean,
well, yesterday I built a 15 millimeter dingo.
Oh, nice.
That was his Vesta kit. Very fun. So tiny.
Yeah, Mini Wormut here. He was one day asking me about the 15 millimeter stuff, and I'm kind of glad he got me addicted on the Zombicide stuff, and then I got him into 15 millimeter. So we're kind of even on the plastic addiction stuff. But
you traded well.
Yeah, it was like, okay, you got me addicted. Here you go. Try this. Here's a sample. Oh, okay. I like 15 millimeter. Yeah, I prefer 15 millimeter for play, but 28's a lot easier to paint too, though.
Yeah, I'm liking these. I know there's 172 kits that aren't very detailed, so and they're soft plastic and they're hard to work with. I bought some of those. They're not very fun, but they are very cheap. But these Vesta 172s are very detailed. I think they're gonna be a lot of fun to paint, and they're still small, so it's really cool.
Yeah, it is very detailed.
Yeah, so you get some of the benefits of 15 millimeter and some of the benefits of 28.
As long as you enjoy it, David, and you are relaxed sitting down and doing it, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
The only drawback I have is I don't have enough money or time to do a whole bunch of games I'd like to. There's so many out there I'd like to, but I've already got my hands full.
Yeah.
So it is the golden age of tabletop stuff for sure.
Oh yeah.
And Charles, most of his play is fantasy and medieval, he says.
Charles
Mentally,
might like 5 leagues.
does he like 5 leagues? Do you like that, Charles?
I bet he would.
Oh, he might.
There's a lot of videos out there for 5 leagues right now, so it's easy to take a viewing, see if you like it.
There you go. I will have to pass for that now, David, because if I do and I get sidetracked, I'm going to be in trouble. I need to stay focused.
That's true.
Yeah. All right now, because like I said, I want to get all this Battlefront stuff built and get that ready for what we're doing.
It's important to have goals.
Yeah, I do have a goal for now. So Singing Piranha says he's into Ambush Alley's Force on Force at the moment. Very realistic modern firefight sim. Nice.
Okay.
Some of the sims are really realistic and some are not. And then to me, it's just about playability, as long as it's fun.
Games should be fun.
Yeah, I think they need to be just a tad bit, right?
Yes.
Mini Warmutt, speaking of games, is supposed to be setting up a Zombicide game when he's able to, so we can do that. Since I have all this Zombicide stuff. But I don't know.
Whose fault is that, Brian?
I blame it completely on Brian. Completely.
100%.
100%. Like, you shouldn't be telling people, here's a free sample. No. Chris says no fun allowed. Yeah. We try to have fun. Sometimes too much fun.
My exposure's gotten worse.
What's gotten worse, David?
My exposure on my camera. This one webcam is nice, but like half the settings and configure video don't work.
Yeah, wow. There you are. You have a blackout.
Yeah. And it's like a rolling thing, though. That's kind of weird.
Huh. So this little Logitech CS90 I've had for years that I'm using, and it works pretty good. And it's interesting. Trying to find a good webcam is actually hard to do.
It's true.
But
I use my C90 for all the detail work. So this one, I just wanted something a little better for my face than my other camera was.
Yeah. I just ordered me a filter off of Wish. It's an ugly filter. I just put it right on there. And it keeps me from breaking the camera. That's kind of how I do it. It was pretty cheap. It was 99 cents and only, I think, $100 for shipping. So it was a deal.
Yeah.
And then it took me 6 months.
Which is always a deal.
Yeah. Look at this, buy this. It is very high quality. You get it and it's broke.
Mm-hmm.
And Mini Warmutt. You're painting more Germanics, Gauls, Vikings, and Celtics. Okay. Hey, you bought them? And
interesting.
Tricky on Warlord games, he says.
So tricky.
Do they look the same then, Mini Warmutt? I mean, you're saying, I guess some of them are going to. I can see where some would. And then just label them different, yeah. They got to make some money somehow. Yes. That's our problem, David. We're not producing games.
It's true. It's a lot of work, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. And you're never going to make everybody happy either. I have seen that.
It's true. Heck, you may never make everyone happy just making videos. I got a complaint on my 6mm video because it wasn't very clear and there wasn't any close-ups. I'm like, well, I didn't have like the equipment or the know-how to get good shots of close-up 6mm infantry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, the 6mm infantry are tiny. I mean, you guys have
Yeah.
all seen. I hold up my little baby 6mm tanks sometimes. I mean, for those of you that don't know, these things are small. Look, so imagine troops for this stuff.
Yeah. These were
Now,
GHQ too, so they weren't even chunky.
oh wow. Well, you can get yourself some lenses, but if you're trying to do it with the webcam, it's not going to
Yeah,
focus
exactly.
very well. I mean, generally. The one webcam I still have that one I could zoom the focus in, but I'm going to have to replace it, David, because I noticed that when I first got it, of course, it's just I got it off Amazon. It was like $20. And I liked it because you could, like I said, you could manually focus the lens. You could turn the dial.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's too yellowy. It was the one I would look down on my desk and use to show you guys stuff. But I noticed the last couple times, everything looked kind of yellow. It looked kind of off.
Hmm.
And so I don't know what the deal with that is. I mean, I cleaned the lens and all that, but I mean, it was a $20 camera, so it's not like it was, I spent $500 or something because I went to go to the camera store. I like my camera that I got a couple of years ago. It's the Canon EOS and M50. And it shoots in 4K. It's really nice. I've had it for a couple of years. It's still way ahead of where it is. But if I went into the Canon store, a store out here locally that has like lenses, and I wanted to find out what a lens would cost to add to this, to do close-ups of miniatures. You want to know what a lens is? $900.
Sounds right. Yeah.
$900. I'm like, oh, okay, $900 for a lens. Now they showed me the detail you could get it on these 6mm and these other things, and that their samples. My God, you get incredible detail. But I don't got $900 for a lens to take a couple of photos throughout the year.
No, sir.
If I was a professional photographer getting paid to go around and do things, that'd be different. But as it was, I had to save up, and I used an actual like vacation pay to get this camera when I got it, and because they're not cheap. But yeah, that's a bit pricey, dude. $900 and up for a lens that'll do what I was wanting to do. I think Mini Warmite has that kind of money, but
yeah, taco money.
$900 in tacos. You better be inviting everybody then, Mini Warmite. Jeez, that'd be an awful lot. Awesome.
Zombicide.
Good. I hope so, Mini Warmite. Let me know. I didn't buy that Zombicide stuff just for it to sit on the shelves and mark it on my calendar. But which weekend? You send me a date and a time, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't know, David. I'll have to check out your 6mm tank one then, or your troops, whatever you did there. I've been trying to play catch up on everybody's videos lately too.
Well, this is an old one.
Huh?
This one's an old one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it's one of those ones that always does well. Like people are constantly looking at it.
Yeah, isn't that weird, dude? How that happens?
I think it's understandable. Everyone wants to know. Once you finally get into like 6mm infantry, it makes sense that you're gonna search it out, how to paint it. My secret was just contrast. Just contrast.
Well,
so it's good.
I'll tell you what. Quit being cheap, David. Just go out there and buy a $1,200 camera, pick yourself up a $1,000 lens, and quit dinging around and saving the money for junk food and stuff.
Tacos.
Meat is getting expensive, man. Tacos are expensive.
Oh.
So, Ledford says, do you mainly do tactical wargaming or standard role playing at all? So, both, I guess, because like this game Necromunda, it's both. Literally, it takes a lot of role playing aspects and puts it in a shoot 'em up game. So, a couple of the games we do are both. David, you do a lot of tactical tabletop gaming too, don't you?
Well, usually mine's always campaign orientated to some degree.
Yeah.
I don't usually play like a lot of versus games.
Yeah, so to be fair to answer that there, Ledford, it's both. I mean, these games are, especially with Necromunda, you're upgrading your character. How much do you hit them on? It's just got a lot of role playing stuff. Like today, when this game is over here, we got one more round to do. We're getting loot crates. At the end of it, then you're going to roll a d6 for each crate, and whatever you get credits for. And on some of them, it'll be times 6. So, I mean, times 10. So if you were to roll a 6, you might end up with 60 credits. And then, of course, again, you use the credits to upgrade your stuff. There's a lot of role playing in it. You can barter things. You can go into towns. You can trade. You can, it's all, it's just an open world. It's just a lot of fighting. So it blends both things pretty good. Pretty good. It's a game you might want to check out if you like both things. Otherwise, things like Team Yankee, I mean, that's just straight up, armor type battles, and you got helicopters and tanks and ground troops, and there's no role playing in that. There's just get in there, kill them, and get them out.
Did you paint your mechs already for BattleTech?
I did not paint any mechs. The mechs I have are in an old BattleTech box, the starter set.
Gotcha.
And so when Clinton played against me, I didn't realize it. Clint, you're a sneaky man. So he gives me these. He goes, we'll just use these 2 mechs. These Alpha Strike cards will cover them. I'm like, okay, because I don't know anything about Alpha Strike. And we're playing, and it dawned on me, wait a minute, my mechs only did 2 points of damage. And every time he shot me, it did 4. Both of his mechs had outgunned me. And there's no way, Clint, that was a mistake that you put 2 mechs on the game against me that would do twice the damage. Yeah, but I got lucky. Like about halfway through, my dumb mind is like, wait a minute. Every time you hit me, you're doing 4 points. There's only like 6 or 8 points of damage on some of these Alpha Strike cards, which I like. I like that,
Mm-hmm.
But like, geez, you wipe half my guy out one hit. So next time I play Alpha Strike, I'm gonna have to pick through the cards and pick some better mechs. In which case he has most of them, so I might go out and just pick up a box set, that has a combination of mechs, something small.
Yeah.
But I don't need to get the quote game. As long as I got the mechs and the cards, then I'm okay.
Which starter set did you pick up?
It's an older one. Here, let me grab it. Well, yeah. He said there's 3 different ones, right? So hold on.
And then there's older ones too, yeah. So if you say you have an older one, how old?
About 2 years ago, I got it.
2 years? Oh, okay.
So it's this one here, David.
Yes, the beginner box, the old one. Yeah.
And so I think it's got the cardboard mechs when I was looking at it, and I got 2 plastic ones, which he had cards for. I mean, there's cards in this, but yeah, it's just the 2 mechs and all the cardboard cutouts.
The best thing about Alpha Strike is that all the cards for all the mechs are online.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was showing me
legitimately. It's like from the company, so you can always go through and look at what kind of stats you like and build your mechs from there.
Well,
and if you want to go for a theme, you can also look up who uses what mechs. So say you want to become like you want to be a Lyran, you want to be a Steiner, House Steiner, then you can go through and you can see what era of mechs they would use and build your force from there. And you can get all the points values online and then just print it out, and it'll print out all the cards.
Nice. But I got a question for you, David, because you are far more down the road on knowledge with Alpha Strike. I am just a noob. So if I'm to go against Clint again, what would you recommend? I heard they have a mercenary force now, he said. So if you got mercs, which are not what is the other? It's Inner Spear and oh God, what's the other one? You got the 2 main groups. So what would be a group I could go with that's at least formidable somewhat?
Depends if you're going by eras or if you're going by just a free for all.
It's just a free for all, I think. I don't know if we're doing eras. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay. Because really, you can play any battle mech you want. There's no rules against it. As long as everything is within the points values, you're good. And then if you want to do the fluff, then you got to decide which era you're playing. So, it's like you can't play late war tanks in early war, World War II sort of thing.
Okay, I'll have to ask him then, because he's got all this stuff for it. Then he did that Kickstarter that they had a year and a half, 2 years ago, and he got like $600 worth of stuff. He's got a ton of battle.
Yeah, probably it was you're facing clan mechs probably, which are technologically better.
Okay. Well, whatever it was twice the damage, and they took more damage points and they dealt more damage. To be fair, I just used the 2 that came in that box, and he had cards for. So if we're in a game again, I just don't want to be underpowered that much. That's 50% underpower.
You should get back on Discord and then we can start list building.
Yeah, I have not had a chance to do much with Discord, sadly. And I kind of do that in spurts. And the problem is, David, I got too many things to try to do. I'm trying to condense things down, and then I'm trying to keep up with everybody's stuff, and it kind of gets going after a while. But I think I like the way Alpha Strike was set up. I like the way it was done, and I'll game that one again, because you're right. You said I would like it, and you're right. I did.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's one I can do. The original BattleTech, boy, please don't hate me, people who play BattleTech. It drags out too long. There's too many points of damage on each limb to try to get through a game. And that was my only drawback. I liked the game otherwise, other than, like SpongeBob, 6 hours later. You're still trying to beat down one mech, and it was too much. But Alpha Strike's pretty quick, so you will see some more of that. And I thought I uploaded a video or a little battle report of what me and Clint did with that too. So
I don't think I saw it, but I missed some things because of my injury this week. I couldn't walk and think at the same time. It got kind of bad.
That's not good, man. You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm slowing down. But sitting here is fine. It's funny. I can just sit here and hobby or play on my computer with no pain. And then I get up and it's world of pain.
Well, hopefully the physical therapy will help you with that, so you're not in pain.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I need to get stronger in certain areas for my job anyway, so that'll help a lot.
Well, that's true. Just remember, pain is weakness leaving the body, sir. So if you're in a lot of pain, a lot of weakness left.
That's right.
Many Warmut says there's too much social media. Yes, there is. If you try to string out on everything, that was kind of my mistake at first. If I could go back, I would have condensed it. I got out too much. And so then you got to also try to maintain it. And then it becomes more like work. And when you've got a job, not all of us Mini Warmut have won the lottery and get to sit in a jacuzzi in the garage and game like you do. But we got to work, man. Me and David out there hustling. Sometimes I stand up by the freeway with a coffee cup. Stupid police. You can't.
We'll game for coffee.
Well, I said, but I'm a hobbyist. I need the money. And the one guy's like, hey, man, we understand. We do Warhammer. And they just let me go. So. But yeah, if you try to get out too much, then you have to have the time and the content also. So for me, Discord, I need to do more with. But my personal Discord, the Gamers of Coffee Discord, it bounces. It'll be active than it does this. It's not steady. Like I get more activity off of Instagram, for instance, than I do Discord.
It's because we don't have enough Craig time. We need more Craig time.
Yeah.
Or Greg time.
I need more time, yeah. So I'm thinking, yes, Charles, he says pain, that's what lets him know that when he wakes up, he's alive. You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. When you wake up and go, oh, okay, then you know you made it to that next day, you're good.
Wow. So you're more active on Facebook, would you say?
So here's how it goes. It's kind of interesting. The Facebook group and the Facebook page, I have more members there. The than I do here on YouTube. And if I take a video and put it on Facebook, it will get more views eventually than it will on YouTube to a degree. But some of the videos, like I was telling you the one day, I still like, last time I told you I had like 20,000 views on that little tank overpass thing. I mean, now it's like at 22. How do you get 22,000 views on something you didn't promote or put out, or I don't know. So, but it did. It just, for whatever reason, it took off. And then there's others that have 12 views or 17. So I put up Mythos painted me that awesome Gilliman figure and sent it to me, Dave. Did you see that? Yeah. So I just did a little short on it. It's only been up a couple days. I think it's got like 350 or 370 views. So, but I
think that's good for shorts.
I guess it depends. And I'm not a YouTube algorithm expert, so I don't know what all I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. I just put the stuff up. But for instance, like TikTok, now I got close to 3,000 people there. So that was better, and like 12,000 likes. So it's just better there on that. But YouTube is where I like to hang out and chit chat with you guys and get to meet and talk with other gamers. So it's more. I
think you should be honest here, though, Greg.
Huh?
It's really, you're getting Keegan to dance on TikTok, aren't you? My wife's all about those TikTok dances.
Yeah, he does do a lot of dancing. Yeah, it's interesting. But then there's a significant downfall to TikTok, and that is, it is at the point where people just flip the screen. They might watch your video for a couple seconds, and then they're on to the next, then the next, then the next. It's a dopamine deal.
Yeah.
And so people just don't have the attention span, and they can't help it. I can go in the store and watch people with their phone doing this while they're kind of watching what they're doing, and they're just flipping through videos. And most of the time you can see it's like TikToks. They're spending a second or two, or maybe 5. So I don't know. I mean, and this is such a saturated area too, gaming, that it's and everybody does stuff now. So you got inherently just a lot of competition. So I kind of just do what you do, Dave. I just get out there and be myself, and that's it. And that's all you can do.
Oh yeah.
I could get Keegan to dance a little more. Maybe if I put him on the dark web, but when he starts getting people showing up at his house and staring through his window, he's probably going to know it was me and send him there.
Hey, he's doing it for the family.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I can do that.
Family first, Keegan.
That's right, man. I need some more coffee, so we're going to get you to get out there and shake it. But I'm sure it'll make my daughter proud.
Yeah. TikTok famous.
TikTok famous. You know how this all famous stuff, it's so fleeting too. Everything's fads. I'd rather be sitting here 10 years from now still talking to you than be famous for 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Do you think we'll still have hair in 10 years?
If not, we could buy it.
Buy hair?
Sure. Charles says at 68, there are some nights I wonder if I'll wake up. You're going to wake up, Charles. You got too many games on your shelf to go through, sir. I've seen your shelves. He says YouTube, no time for other social sites. Yeah, if you focus on just one thing, that's probably the best to do. And I mean, it's starting to work for you too, Charles, because I think I signed up. You had like 60 people, but don't you got over 100 now already in just a short time? Like you're starting to gain ground, man.
Yeah, if you can get 100 people in less than 6 months, I think you're doing all right.
Oh yeah, many more months of dance, monkey dance. Yeah. I could see Crystal firing a few rounds at his feet, getting him to dance once she figures out how much he spent at the hobby store.
Oh no.
Yeah, I should start going over to the house and just pull a camera out, and Crystal be like, "Why are you here?" I'm just saying, waiting for Keegan. He's coming back from the hobby store. I want to get this footage from the beginning, man.
Oh yeah.
But so all I can say, Charles, is I'm not an expert, but I don't know, just get out and be yourself, man. People are either going to like you for who you are or they're not. And the ones that do are people that respect you and stuff. Just go with that. I mean, it'd be nice. Everybody wants to make $1 million playing games, but that's just not realistic. And I could see Keegan with $1 million, 990,000 be going to Games Workshop. So
Oh, yeah.
there wouldn't be much. Look, I got some new tires on the car and 3 semis full of Botan. Oh God!
Well, I got new tires on Friday.
Did you? Those may as
Exciting
well.
times.
They're expensive too.
They were cheaper than I thought they were going to be, though. Thankfully, I guess it's because the end of season. I needed winter tires. My
Oh,
old
well,
ones were like 11 years old.
yeah, I'd say time to change them, David.
Yeah, so everyone's happy. My sister's living with us, and I wanted her to have a safer vehicle to drive around when she drives.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So Charles, that sounds like cheating. You games you haven't opened, you're declaring them collectibles, so you don't have to open them.
Oh yeah.
that's some good thinking right there.
That's something you can YouTube about too.
Yeah.
Collectibles.
Punch games, yeah. Well, if you don't punch out those chits, then yeah. Once you punch the chits out or the tokens, that's it. So for me, David and Charles, I guess it's more or less trying not to expand because there's so much stuff to expand into. Finish up what I got and then kind of condense my forces down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I don't do it. I just always expand. Actually,
Yeah,
I gave away some stuff though.
It's a goal. I used to do giveaways, David. You know that.
Like, no, I mean to my friend. I don't want to give away stuff to people on YouTube.
Oh, I used to do giveaways, but geez, I can't afford $2,000 to mail something to Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Or anywhere
Shipping
else.
outside to Canada.
Yeah. And there's quite a few people that watch us occasionally from the UK. So I would like to send stuff, but man, it's expensive as hell on shipping anywhere. Charles says only games from last century. Many more. My Hex Encounter is a good fire starter for campfires. Yeah, I guess they would. They're small, but I wouldn't want to burn my game stuff. But it is an interesting type of gameplay, Mini Warmut. So the one that Jeff from Hex to Hex sent me was interesting. It's a little bit difficult though because the rules to me were like they built the rules or they wrote the rules like you already had a basis, and I didn't have a basis, so it was a little tough. Don't start. Mini Warmut saying, "Don't start, Dave." Mini Warmut, I will spend the $60 to send him that game. He'll probably like it. La 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 la. Plug in his ears. But the other one I bought, Dave, was I went ahead and tried another one. It's called Tank on Tank, so it's armor on the thing. But I'm going to crack that open when I'm done with these. And the reason I want that one is the chits are 1 inch square, so it's a little easier for me to pick up and see, and it's simpler. You got these little teeny tiny chits with all this writing. It's kind of difficult.
You could just use 6mm tanks anyway, right? If they're only 1 inch.
Hey, that's one thing I told Keegan I'm doing this year. I got all these 6mm tanks. I'm just going to throw down some 6mm armor fights.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun.
You can use those in BattleTech too.
Yeah, ironically, and yesterday I was looking at my phone on eBay, just checking out 6mm stuff because I want to see what kind of prices for some of the terrain is.
Mm-hmm.
And in between all this armor terrain, there is an entire BattleTech set of 6mm stuff, buildings, mechs, everything.
Ooh.
And I think the guy was selling it for like $30 or something. That's a whole bunch of it.
Well, that's what you should get, actually. If you're going to invest in anything BattleTech right now, you should consider the Alpha Strike battle box, because it has terrain as well as the mechs.
Yeah, but I sent that link when I've seen it to Clint, and he bought it.
Oh, okay.
That's what he
Yes.
brought over, and we played with. And those
Oh.
all those cardboard buildings that were in it, they're actually really nice buildings for cardboard.
Yeah.
They're not chintzy, and um, I can't remember the name of this stuff, but there's a liquid you could put on it that will dry up and stiffen up the cardboard. It's clear. And
Is it
then,
like the stuff for puzzles?
yeah, like something you use on puzzles or maybe decoupage or something like that. Oh,
Mod Podge?
something. No, I don't know what the name of it is. I have to go find the video the guy found. He bought it at Home Depot.
We should share that
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, it's just clear. And I'm like, this is fantastic. This would dry up all your cardboard stuff. It would soak it up and make it rigid.
Nice. And then you can still flat pack it.
Yep. Jeff kept telling you, Charles, not to start on miniatures. That's the dark side. Yeah. So that's where the Zvezda tank game comes in, right, Dave? Because that's a hex encountered game, and one unit represents three other, or at least three. Like one tank represents three. So I want to send something like that to Jeff and say, here you go. Here's a combination of miniatures and a hex game, because the map is a hex, right? Hex grid, and you're moving your stuff around. And so I think that's cool. So it's not the dark side. It's just it's the more visual side. Yeah.
That's where the heroes are.
I'll tell Jeff that. He'd probably be like, all right, Greg. Yeah.
Whew, last road wheel.
Good grief, you're still working on. Well, you had a ton of wheels to do with that, though.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you the pile after.
Yeah. You guys should check out Dave's channel, man, because he's got a lot of tank building stuff.
It's all old now.
No, everything you do yesterday is old, right? We're not going to get the 10 minutes back tomorrow.
Too true.
So,
I think I've done more on your channel than mine.
huh?
This year, or this last year, I did more on yours than mine.
Invite me to your channel, but I know your family told you to be careful not to let Greg on there. So.
That poutine loving weird.
I'll even keep my hand over my eyes, you know. Yeah, drag me on your channel sometime. I'll come say hi. We'll chit chat, and I mean, we could even maybe get together and just build tanks or do something like that. We have the technology, Dave, to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. See, the last thing I need is a screen to cover up behind me, because this is my living room. Sometimes we want to be out there and doing stuff.
So see the fake brick wall. If you get the fabric ones, and I got the bar that goes across. Like 2 years ago, I bought that. Even now, they're only like $30 US, 40 maybe, but they're washable. And you don't want the vinyl, because the vinyl has they'll fold it flat, and it's stupid. Yes. Then you try to undo it, and you got all these creases. And yeah, no. So that's a cloth one, but look, it looks solid, you know. And just get this cheap stand for it, and it'll prop right up, and you can fold it all up and put it away.
Yeah, it'll be perfect.
Yeah,
it's the last piece.
Well,
here we go.
They come in handy for things, you know, like this covers the closet with no closet doors. So, you know, I mean, it works. And so there's so much. Oh wow, damn, dude,
so many.
And you had to put. There's multiple pieces to those too.
Yeah, some of them are 3 pieces.
Look at that. Well, then at least with yours, you can say you put the effort into it, David.
Yeah, it's not even mine.
That's the nice thing. You're doing it for somebody, though, right? For your friend.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I like building models, so.
Yeah, I like doing stuff like that.
And I didn't have to spend any money. Wow, look at that. It's not going to take up any space in my house.
So we call that in the hobby a win. Yes.
All the pleasure, none of the gain.
Yeah, I was talking to the other Brian from Weird World War II one day, and he was talking about something about all the gamers and how everything's all about money. I said, actually, it'd just be fun to earn enough to get a game every month, review it, and give it away. Now that would be cool, because then you're not stacking games. You're not collecting something you can't play. You're going to have diversity. You get to play something new all the time, and you get to pay it forward to somebody else and let them have fun. And I
That's
just
right.
think something like that would be kind of cool to do. Um, just the shipping is, ugh.
Murder.
Yeah, it's not bad inside the states, but if I try to do anything outside of it, it's like, I think when I got modeling for Advantage, I picked up a coffee cup from them, and I mean, a coffee cup's a coffee cup, but the shipping from the UK to here was, I could have got a set of dinner dishes from the store.
Yeah. I swear, the
But
exact same package between Canada, like shipping within Canada versus
yeah,
shipping to the States, is twice as much. So if my work is shipping something in Canada, it's going to be twice as expensive as if we ship it to the States.
why is that?
I have no idea.
I mean, that
Just
doesn't even
nuts.
make sense. Here,
Scary.
it's not bad. I mean, you can ship anything if it fits in a what they call a flat rate box for about $7 anywhere in the country.
Not bad.
So it's not bad if you're doing giveaways and it's in the place you live, in the country you live in. But it gets bad if it's going to be outside of that, because then you can't keep up with it,
Yeah.
and that's the difference. But it is what it is, and I don't know. I'm happy. I'm glad I get to talk to people. I look forward to my Sunday show. It gets me a break out of everything else, and it's just been busy. But finally, the room's done. Finally, I can start getting caught up on stuff. Finally, I can do some more solo stuff, because I haven't done any. So even one is better. What is the
Absolutely.
format? USPS has got to make money. Yes. Yeah, they do. I mean, that's why I don't know. I tend to get stuff at the local game store if I can, but if it's within $10, do you know what I mean? But if I'm gonna save $20 or $30, which I have, like ordering Star Wars Legion when I got that was
Oh,
Mini Warma. Man, he finds the deals. He sent me that. I mean, normally it's like 119, and I got it for $62. So
ooh.
yeah, I mean, so I was like, well, damn. I mean, hey, Greg, what? Can you eat beans and rice this week? Yeah, we got eggs too. Okay, we're doing this. So, so but it was worth it, because literally I saved half, more than half. So if you can run across deals like that, then it makes up for that. But I don't know, David. I would need a lot more money and free time to do more than what I'm currently involved with.
Yeah, free time especially. I have a lot of stuff to do now. I'm pretty much good on miniatures for a while,
Um,
but I need more time.
I'm getting there. So, but once you fall behind in the miniature world, oof, it's hard to get caught up.
But
You
if you
know,
wait long enough, then you get all the vintage stuff that people are jealous of.
that is true. And sometimes you just run across stuff that, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, mini warm. That's all. You order a lot of stuff though, Brian. So that's good though. And he's pointing me in. You pointed me in a lot of deals. So unfortunately, one day I was like, stop, stop. Mini warm up sending me links. I don't have money this week to do that. Because you're like, no, no, I want, and you realize this having to pay bills thing or eat is just getting in the way of buying games. So,
Pretty much.
but I did find out, Mini Worma, that you're right. People used to fast for 30 and 40 days at a time. If I just did that, I would lose more weight and be able to buy more items. So maybe I'll try that. You haven't bought a core set this year? I thought, well, this year. Come on, dude. The year is only a couple days old.
For the audio listeners, you said corset.
Yeah. He's got 11 months to go corset. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my family's back.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, though, to a degree.
It's gonna. just gonna step away for a sec. And I'll come
All
right
right,
back.
go ahead, do what you gotta do. I'm not going anywhere for a few minutes. For like 30 seconds, I'll still be here. I like his cover photo. That's cool. He's got mine is just I don't know.
Ooh.
Liberty or death may be the death of you, huh, Mini Wormut? Yeah. My goal is to finish up, like I told you, but once I get completely caught up, I wouldn't mind getting like a Civil War set or one of those and do that. But for this year, I just don't see it. I've got enough to game with, and the Necromunda campaign will finish that off. But like we got Aliens, another glorious day in the core, and in that. So, oh, let's see here. Here, I'll just remove him from the stream. I think he forgot to turn his mic off. And so, yeah. Next thing I got to do is get a better light, because this one's kind of doesn't cast very well when I'm trying to take pictures. But yeah, I could see where, I mean, if you can get the set going and do it. Charles, you haven't bought nothing since the end of November. I haven't bought anything for a while, other than I take it back, and I bought that stuff towards the end of the year for Zombicide that Mini Wormut found for me. But I saved $108 doing it, so I had to. It was just something that I couldn't pass up. However, like I said, once all this is said and done and caught up, then some things are just going to get condensed. Mini Wormut says, Charles, did you run out of your retirement money finally? But I think Mini Wormut, he's probably secretly a millionaire or something, you know. Did he buy a lot of stuff? Did you buy a lot of stuff last year, Charles? I picked up a few things. I can't say a lot. My biggest expenditure was the Kill Team box set. Except for some washers and wood for your river panels. Well, terrain is something that we got enough of for 15 millimeter. Oops, hold on. There's Dave.
I'm back. I left my mic on, didn't I?
Yeah, so I just removed you. That's all. That way nobody can hear what you're talking about.
Yeah. See, I turned off my mic. I turned off the wrong one.
Oh, well, it's okay. I just thought, all right, he's got his mic on, so I just put you to the side in the studio part of it, so you're good. That way nobody hears anything. Yeah. Charles and Mini Wormut are just talking about buying more things, minis, and blister packs.
Oh my.
Well, I don't know. I want to do something with my 6mm later. I got multiple sets of tanks, so I think here and there I'm just going to start buying. The 6mm train is at least not expensive.
It's very cute too.
Yeah, so I could start picking it up.
Yeah, like stuff like this.
Yeah.
Office buildings.
Yeah. It doesn't cost much.
You got drop ship.
Noble Knight Games. Oh, that's nice. Nice drop ship. So I want to try to find me some scenery, towns, rivers, that kind of stuff, World War II, because all my tanks I bought from, was it GHQ when I bought them all? So they're all, they're all World War II era. Mini Wormut wants to get a Tales of Horror game.
There's a place called Legions for Hire, I think it is. Let's see.
Legions for Hire? What do they do?
So, they have a lot of cool terrain that could be worth looking at.
Noble Knight does too, I noticed. I run across them on eBay, and then you go to their actual store, they got a lot of stuff too. I don't know how detailed it is, but they're in packs like that, little houses and stuff, and they're not too terribly expensive. So I just kind of want to try to get like a countryside kind of fight going. But I would like to find a good map for it too, because I haven't really run across a map that I could use for 6mm because, just the printing on it's too big on a lot of the stuff. But I've seen some really nice tables people have custom made. So, and I've got enough tanks to just do tank on tank type of battles and just have a little fun with it.
I can't remember. Can you post links in the chat?
I don't know if it'll let you do it.
All right, let's see.
But I don't know. I don't think so with YouTube. But this is going to Facebook and Twitch also.
Okay.
On Twitch, that's interesting. Really don't get much from Twitch at all. But then again, I'm not live streaming a video game either.
Oh yeah. There is that.
So, Charles, you got GHQ minis. You got tons of them blister packs from the last century. The last century wasn't that long ago, for God's sakes.
It was only a quarter of a century ago.
Yeah, it was just a little bit ago. But it's interesting how you worded that. So there you go, Mini Wormont. Zombicide, Night of the Living Dead. Wait till they make Zombicide in 6mm and you can have thousands of them on the table.
Well, that was my dream. When I first started doing 6mm, that's what I wanted to do.
Well, that would be cool to I could see where you can have some big scale fights. Again, my only drawback would be is I don't know how I would paint the 6mm soldiers. Those things are just so small that I've stayed away from them and thought, well, I should just armor.
Well, of course, you know a guy who did a video on that. 2 videos even.
I'm sorry, David. What'd you say? You did 2 videos or?
Yeah. I did 2 painting 6mm figures videos. One was a character model that I had done. That's being sold on CP models. And then one was the GHQ infantry.
Nice.
50mm where he draws the line. Well, you say that now. But once you see 6mm in action, you're going to be all over it. You're going to be buying all the 6mm Christmas tree guys.
Look, it's a forest that will kill you. Stay out of the forest. Well, I will agree with you to that point. Some of it there, many more. I like 15mm overall. That's a scale I just really like overall. Painting the guys, I like doing it. They're not too small. I can't do it. The tanks, all the stuff that goes with it, the houses, everything seems to, for me, I just like that scale. Charles has got a platoon of Tigers and 2 platoons of some Soviet tanks. Yep. There's those little storage trays for them too. I guess I should maybe do that, but I keep them in their little plastic cases, and that works. Only drawback is the barrels bend real easy, I noticed. But it would be a fun thing to do. And
there's one downside of GHQ. They're very scale realistic compared to the sci-fi models, so the barrels tend to bend a lot.
Yeah, they do. I've had to straighten out every one of them that I've gotten. I don't think I've gotten one that didn't come with a bent barrel.
That's why I based all mine, just to stop the bending as much.
So did you glue your top down, or did you leave it for you to pivot?
Yeah, I just glued it down.
Yeah, I should probably get the little bases for them. You're getting a dungeon crawl game.
Yeah, they say 5 leagues plays best in 15mm. Brian knows his destiny.
Yeah, he was not sure about 15 millimeter. Now he likes it, but there's just a lot you can do with it too. So, and it's not cumbersome to try to take around. Some of the bigger stuff, it does get to be a lot more. It takes up more space too.
Easier to break usually.
Yeah, I do like games. I mean, all the Warhammer stuff. I like that size for for what those kind of skirmishes are. But when I look at them sitting on a table like I'm looking at now, and then I look at my 15 millimeter, just the 15 millimeter, just I don't know. That's my overall favorite.
Yeah, 40K would be awesome in 15 millimeter.
I think it would be even better. Yeah. Well,
That's
they
the right
had
scale for it.
didn't they have it in 6 millimeter? Somebody said.
Yeah, Epic. Yeah, they had Epic. It was really tiny 6 millimeter though. Like the Space Marines were smaller than like a GHQ infantry.
Oh well, thank you, Ledford. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like the videos. Check out David's videos too, or Mini Warmots and Charles there.
Brian's super active.
Yeah, Brian's been like on something. And
He's
by
an
the
animal.
way, Ledford, you see how David can come on? You can come on and do that and talk too. That's why I do what I do. People can, I can do at least 5 or 6 people. Well, let me rephrase that. I can put them on here. This way, Keegan can't twist what I'm saying. Because he does.
Keegan.
Oh, I heard you, Greg. Yeah, I didn't mean it that way. Mine's in the gutter. No, it's not. I said every time a street sweeper comes by my house, you jump in fear because mine's already down in the gutter. Door-to-door salesman. Oh, if there were door-to-door salesmen with miniatures, Mini Warm-Up, I would be really in trouble.
We all would.
Well, that's okay there, Ledford. I'm just glad you like the show. In a lot of the games, if you like that kind of RPG and fighting stuff combined, we do quite a bit of that. So it's fun. It really is fun. I don't just video games. I spent my whole life playing them from Pong, and I've still got even my NES, my N64. I got my Atari Jaguar still, and yes, I play Xbox and whatnot. But this tabletop stuff's just more fun to me anymore. They're always pushing games on you, Mini Warma. Yeah. 2 millimeter. No. That's a grain of rice. Why? No. 2 millimeter is too small. I don't think anyone pushes games on Mini Warma, Dave. I think that's what he tells his family to cover the addiction.
That Greg, he made me do it.
Yeah, Greg made me do it. You start getting hate mail. What do you mean? Who are you people? I didn't cause him to have a breakdown and spend his entire life savings on Zombicide. Who told you that? That's all right, though, Brian. You put out good stuff and you paint good and you have fun. And so, hey, it's a good addiction. There are a lot of addictions in this world that are really not good for you. This is okay. It's a safe thing. Unless you cut yourself with your hobby knife, then that's about the dangerous thing. Clint learned the hard way. Don't put your razor blade on the end of your desk where you're at work trying to build miniatures, because if you bump it off and it lands down into your knee and sticks in your leg, it's not fun.
Is it covered by workers' comp?
No, you can't turn that into work comp. Work, I don't know, a razor blade laying out against the da-da-da, and I knocked off onto my leg, and it just stuck him in the knee. He said it hurt really bad. I'm like, yeah, I bet.
That's rough.
Dedicated to the job, man. When you're in the middle of a phone call and you get stabbed and you keep doing the phone call.
A hero.
See, Mini Warm-Up, 15 millimeter does make heroes. Dave is right. So yeah, there are some, I guess, pitfalls to it. I think the thing I hate the most is when your glue goes bad and you don't think it's bad and it's just not working, or you knock over a pot of contrast paint that spills all over the place.
Yeah.
But really, it's not too dangerous. And if I'm going to spend money, just like you guys, I'll do it with miniatures. Besides Mini Warm-Up, when the local drug dealers in the area want to come by, I'm like, no, I can't do that. I play miniatures. Do you know? They go, oh, it's okay, man. It's all right. Yeah. And then they don't offer me anything. So
They know.
Charles says, paint one side brown, the other green. I guess you could. I kind of want to make my miniatures. I don't know. I got on the 15 millimeter guys. I even painted their rifle slings. So I was proud of it too.
Oh yeah. You painted all their webbing?
Yep, I tried my best.
Or did you paint the eyes?
No. You know what I do with the eyes on? I paint the face with flesh, tone paint, just one I like. And then I use the Battlefront European Skin Wash shade. Oh, so once that skin paint dries and you apply it on there, because it's just a tiny face, but if you push it around, it'll set in the eyes, right, in the sockets. And then when it dries, it looks like they got eyes and a mouth, and it pops it out. Yeah. But no, I can't paint their eyes individually on that. I'll send them to you, David. You can do that for me. I'll even send you cookies or something. Ooh. Well, better yet,
imagine that.
Get on Amazon and order something to be delivered to your house, so I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
A $4 box of Oreos only cost $100 to get it there. Even our dollar store prices, David, they've all gone up to $1.25 now. We used to have a dollar store.
Yeah, I know.
Now it's just going up and up and up.
Our dollar stores used to have a cap at $4 or $3. Now they're up to $4.
Yeah, there's ones that'll say dollar store, but you go in and then it's up to $20 and $30 for stuff. So,
oh dang, that's
I mean, everything's going up, man, and especially just in the last 6 months, stuff's really gone up. So that's why sometimes people will laugh. Aha, Greg's deciding between eating this week or the models. No, it's not a joke. But that's why they sell protein powder, David. You have to have a friggin' meal. You just need to make a drink.
There we go.
For months I blame the Canadians. Why?
Jacking up all his prices down south.
Yeah. All of us Americans love all you Canadian citizens. Mm-hmm. The other end of it, they don't care so much for. But they got nothing against the citizens. Still, I want to try to sneak out there one day and see you guys.
Absolutely.
You'd have to just forewarn your family.
We have a gaming convention coming up.
Do you?
Yes, the first year apparently of this one.
And so what is your gaming convention? Is it miniatures or is it just all kinds of gaming or what type of convention?
It looks like all kinds of gaming, including tabletop.
Look at Mini Warm-Up pick on you, sir.
Sorry. Let's see. I'm just going to click a link and go to the calendar. It's the calendar.
Is that your mic in front of you there?
This? No, This is my other camera.
Oh, your other camera. I'd say it kind of looks like a camera, but I can't see your mic. So on your headsets, do you got the extra cord that has the mic built in it?
Yeah, except for I couldn't find the option in when I was getting up to live stream because I was going to use this one. So I'm just using my Fi-Fine instead, which seems to be working out as well.
Yeah, sometimes I use the other one, but since I got these new speakers, they don't distort anything, so I'm able to hear you guys on speakers, and it doesn't seem to be overpowering on the mic, I guess.
That's awesome. So yeah, the game convention is called GameCon Canada.
GameCon Canada.
GameCon Canada.
Oh, I'm gonna look that up. Oh, I can't see you guys for a second. Gotta remember not to pick my nose just because I can't see myself. Everybody else can.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. 2023 Canada Comic Con. No, that's not it.
That's the big one. This one is a new convention.
Aha, there it is. GameCon Canada. It's down on my page here, so come on.
Yeah, it says they're gonna have gaming cosplay
Oh,
celebration.
yep, I see it.
Live Twitch
Vendors?
streamers. Yeah, there should be vendors.
Nice. Video games, board games, cosplay, esports, RPG, celebrities, toys, and much more.
So this could be my first convention I go to.
Nice. Well, if you go, take some pictures and stuff, man.
Yeah. Who
Document.
knows? Maybe I'm even a local celebrity. That's where my logo.
There you go. Why not? Talk to people about your channel and kind of spread the word, man.
Watch me.
It's a good thing.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So that's the big
That
news in my
looks like
future.
a nice place. Oh God! Any more? My thought. No pictures. Just bye.
Bye.
I don't know about you, David. My credit card has limits.
I think mine does.
I can imagine if it didn't. Why are you buying that extra log cabin? It's not a log cabin. It's a designed as a log cabin.
Ooh.
That way we could take a break and go sit out on the porch and have some coffee, overlooking the lake, and then go back in and start back at it.
Our very own Valhalla.
Well, if you can get there, despite what Mini Wormut says, I would still take some pictures and share them. Make a little video or something so we can check it out.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't mind going there, but the reality of trying to get there with all the stupid stuff that's being done these days would be really hard to do.
Yeah, plus it's a long trip for you.
I'm not worried about the drive, though, Dave, because I told you, if I work a 12-hour shift, I drive 12 hours, I can get there.
It's only 12 hours?
Yeah, that ain't very far at all. I mean, I can get to be in a day, leave at 6 in the morning, be at your house about 7 and say, hey, is dinner done? Why weren't you here earlier, Greg? Border Patrol. Kept asking for ID, and I kept handing them my Gamers of Coffee card, and they're like, what the hell is this? I'm like, it's my identification. I like Mini Wormut. He says, his credit cards seem to be limitless. They have different names, and he just rotates them. Robert, Frank, and so on. Hey, there you go. Maybe I should try doing that, but I don't know how well that'd work for me. I don't know. His only credit card that was rejected is when he used the name Greg for the day. Come on, man. You're just picking on everybody today. Probably. That's kind of the way it goes. But at least you're getting that content out there, Mini Wormut. That's a lot. I can do more shorts, I guess. Maybe I'll do them on the builds because there's different things to build in that Red Dawn set.
Yes, they could do shorts for builds too. I think it'd be a good format.
I've been looking at it for a while, and people are doing it more and more. And I think it would help that way, too.
Mm-hmm.
But if my credit card was rejected, Mini Wormut, then we need to work on that. So I just need you to find a way for me to add about 6 zeros to my account. And it doesn't have to be any other number, just zeros. Just add zeros. Add as many zeros as you can. Doesn't have to be even the number 1. I'll take zeros. It's all good.
That's all we need.
Oh, you got a lot of painting coming up, Mini Wormut. Yeah. I've got to get all this stuff ready for the march to victory there in March and get some game plan. I'm just waiting to get the Wolverine and the pickup trucks. That I don't know why they didn't release it all at the same time, but
logistics are a nightmare still.
Yeah,
the shipping containers have gone down quite a bit.
Well, a lot of the stuff's getting done and getting taken care of, and then as soon as something goes through, something else happens, and it just becomes more and more of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You have starter. Oh yeah, you got your starter set still. Fortunately, I don't have too many starter sets. I've got these open boxes, and then I've got to do a game too with this figure that Mythos from Frost and Fish sent me. It was very nice of him to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, Mini Warmup says when it comes to historical gaming, the ancients get your attention. I think it's just the name ancients. It implies like science fiction stuff. But yeah, I like the older stuff too. That's kind of cool. Like the Roman era was pretty good, and I like the medieval stuff too. But like the knights, the
Yeah, I think
problem
Ancients is pretty cool.
there's what?
I said I think the Ancients are pretty cool too, like some old Egyptian army. I think would be pretty splendid looking.
Yeah. Well, the Egyptians were no slouches, man. I mean, they had the money and the equipment.
Mm-hmm. All those chariots.
Well, and they ruled a lot for a long time too. It wasn't like they were just, you know,
Yeah.
they were
Getting the job done.
the Romans. They were just like how the Germans were in World War II. That's kind of how I refer to them in my mind. They were the Germans of that time frame. They had the best equipment, the most well trained people, and they backed it all. And the Romans were really brutal when they went to
Yeah.
war.
Crafty. Okay.
Wow, Charles, you got a busy day, man.
Nap time.
Yeah. Wow, so many warm up. The Egyptian army is okay. So I have not looked into it, so I don't know. But you're saying it's very expensive and hard to come by.
It's true. I think War Games Atlantic are coming out with a new Kingdom Egyptian era
Ooh,
28 millimeter pack, but there's not too much else otherwise. Especially if you
well,
want it in plastic. There's nothing in plastic.
it might just be it's like one of those forgotten armies. People just don't think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could do it in 15 millimeter, no problem.
Many more much capitalized letters. Nice. That means his bank account's going to take a dip as soon as he finds that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a cool army to have. They had some cool stuff too. That Shelton's just not leaving my front door. Oh. You got to kick him out of there, Mini Warmut. You got to tell him you've reached your limit.
Starting to get to the more interesting parts. I built the road wheels and the assembly part of that. Now I'm getting onto, I think it's an engine.
Man, there's a lot of stuff to assemble on that one.
Yeah, this one's definitely a model kit. It's no gaming piece.
Well, it's kind of amazing how some models are not in depth to build, and some are insane. You're like, oh my god, why did they put all these pieces together? I kind of learned my lesson the hard way when with this RC truck. I mean, Keegan picked up a kit and it was a build it yourself. Now let me explain build it yourself. You had a baggie that was labeled transmission. You had to put all the gears and the bearing. You had to put the transmission together piece by piece by piece. You had to put the rear end together. I mean, and it only was like a difference of like 80 or $100. They're like, man, dude, it would have been better just to buy the thing done. You had to put every aspect of the vehicle, including the motor and all this stuff together just to get it to run. And, you know.
Pretty interesting, though, if you're into it. Like if your goal is to build a transmission and not to, just make an RC car.
Yeah. You see what he said about you there, Dave? You have accident.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I told you, Dave, you don't have to hide all that gold and pretend to be it like the rest of us. Before, no. I like people who think every YouTuber and everybody that does anything has all this money. Like, no, most of us just live paycheck to paycheck, and this is our fun time.
Yeah, exactly.
Vinny Warmuth smiles. Oh yeah. Secretly, I don't know. I bet you he's getting kickbacks from some of these companies. That's what I think, David. I think.
It makes sense.
Yeah, because he'll be talking and he'll have to turn the camera because he accidentally showed us his buffet on the table of food that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh wow, now we're all hungry. Now you're gonna start a game. We were okay till you showed us all this boxes of miniatures. Yeah, there's got to be some kind of connection going on. He's not telling us about. That's okay though.
I'm just puzzling this out.
Oh yeah, no, you're okay. Many more much said. For some people, it's paycheck to paycheck, but for him, he's just hoping for no red and blue light flashing in front of his house. There's Taylor. Hey, Taylor. See, if I stay on long enough, the internet eventually will let you know we're on. The phone will be like beeping and beeping. What is that annoying thing? Oh, it's Greg. And there's David.
Oh,
We're glad you're here, though, Taylor. Many more months picking on Canada. Yeah, Ledford, thank you for coming by, man. If you got to get some sleep, go ahead. We'll probably be wrapping this up in a little bit, anyways. But you're welcome. It's every week at 4 on Central Time on Sundays. Yep. And check out these other guys' channels. They got a lot to offer too. Just remember when you watch Mini Warmutt, he has a massage motor in his seat. He's all relaxed. It's just bad. But thanks for coming by. And Taylor, I'm glad you could stop by. Every once in a while, we get to hear from you. And that's good. But unfortunately, sometimes I don't know. I don't want to do my show too late, and I just keep it Sundays because it stays out of the way of everybody else that I watch too. And I don't get in their way.
Oh yeah. Who do you usually watch on Sundays?
Well, not on Sundays, I don't, but on like Wednesday, occasionally, I'm trying to pick up here and there with some of Hex's, not Jay's Gaming. He does that. And then Fridays, I always try to watch Frost and Fist if I can. Sometimes I can't like actively chat because I'm babysitting, and so she likes to try to grab the phone.
And oh yes.
I guess I could just type in a bunch of gibberish, but then they would know that Greg, he probably hit his head or whatever. Okay, so Taylor says, did you redecorate the room? No, I did not redecorate the room. It's I guess a different angle because now my desk is in the corner. So here, so this is the room itself. This is my desk. And then there is the other desk we're going to use for building on, which is why it's got all the paints and screws and stuff. And you swing over there, that's the table. It's not that I redecorated it, it's just I repurposed it. It's still the boys' room, but now, before nobody could see the flag they spray paint on the wall because I was over there at that table using my laptop. And so you just see the brick background, right? Now mine's in this corner here. See, I've got the corner of this wall. There's my desk. So I'm sitting here in the corner. There's my setup, David. Simple. I don't have two monitors now, just my speakers, the extra camera, and whatnot. The other monitor I can't do anything with until I get a replacement video card. And I'm gonna have to because I'm worried that the other port will burn out too.
Oh, no.
The only good thing is I was able to repurpose the laptop to use it for just live streaming. It works really well.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, that's one thing I do need to do. So before I spend another $70 or $80 on something, I should probably get a video card. They run about $120 for this thing.
Which video card are you thinking?
Dude, I'd have to look it up on Amazon because I looked it up for the Dell computer I have. so I don't remember it right off the bat. But there's a couple different versions, and it's not a very big one as far as power wise. But because I only use this for the video streaming or making videos, I do not need an awful lot of power. Hey, Keegan, I am on the air. What's up? Of course, he's calling me. Yeah. Yeah, if you were watching like a faithful family member, you would know. Oh, he hung up on me.
I could send you a link to a decent video card. I got one for my daughter's computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will take it.
It was 150 Canadian, I think, but it comes from China, so sometimes the wait is a little bit longer.
Well,
but it'll do the trick. It's better than what you can buy locally, probably. Unless you get like a good used one.
No, they run about 100, 120 bucks, I think, for this one. I'm looking on Amazon, but I want to make sure it's actually compatible with this because I got this computer, the year before with the income tax return. It happened to be the last one I had, but it had a Ryzen 7 in it, which is a pretty good processor. And it's kind of stripped down, but it's, I jacked up the RAM on it, and so it'll process video real quick.
Ooh, nice.
But it's not a fancy thing. It's just an HP, and that's all I got for was this, like what we're doing right now, or using the camera because I set the other pole up over here so I can look down on the desk. I just got to finish setting that up, but
oh yeah,
it's that's all it's used for in video processing. So I don't overload it with anything. But the second monitor was what I needed when I used OBS. It's almost impossible to use OBS and then try to do it on the same screen.
I used a tiny little screen for everything in my old setup. But yeah, no, it's much easier too.
So now I just have go ahead, Dave.
Do you have a dedicated video card then, or do you have
it's just,
is it just part of the processor?
No, it says the AMD Radeon 550 graphics card. So it works pretty quick because, like I said, I upgraded the RAM up to 32. So I got it up, and then this has a Ryzen 7, so it just flies through everything. But there's nothing loading down this computer either. It doesn't have a huge hard drive. It has an SSD drive. So it goes pretty quick in it. Now, but that card went out and only in the port went out. And I tried hooking different monitors up, nothing. Okay. But those same monitors I got nothing on when I put it on the other port come through and work. So I know it's not the monitor. It's just the port went out. The problem is when the other side goes out, then I lose this. So I've got to get a card. Yeah. Then I can still do it from the laptop, but the laptop I want to use just for like when we go to conventions and portable stuff.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot more limited in lifespan usually.
Yeah, and you have to keep it plugged in because the battery don't last that long when you're streaming. I mean, lucky it'll tell you, you got a 4-hour battery, and an hour into your show, you're like, I got to plug it in. It's not a 4-hour battery. Maybe it's 4 hours if you turn it on and close the lid and walk away, and it's sleeping, but not like that. But yeah, it's all good though. So there, Taylor, hopefully that answered your question. I'm not going to do anything with the room. I'm just going to leave it alone because that's where the boys grew up and where they gamed, and that's that. And now it's a game room. So
that's it.
Yeah. Just remember, you guys, when you got kids, everything's all right. I'm waiting for them to grow up and move out. When they do, the house is deathly quiet. And that's not so much fun.
Yeah.
All the time, But
my daughter's just started having friends over these last few weeks, so we've had a pretty quiet house up until recently.
How old is she getting to be now, David?
She's 9.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about right. Then in a couple more years, I'll have more and more friends, and it goes quick. And then pretty soon they're going to friend's house. And then pretty soon she comes by with her kids.
That's it.
And you're like, yep, time, where'd time go? I don't know, 10 years went into building the wheels on this tank. So, hopefully you get that done. That's a lot of pieces to put together.
Well, I'm on step 4 already.
Well, you're quick, man. You're just quick. You're quick.
Yeah.
But anywho, I don't know. It is hitting the 6 o'clock time frame here, so I think I'll go ahead and hop off with me. David, I'll jump on your show. Say hi sometime.
Perfect. Yeah. I'll figure it out. I'm almost there. I'm almost ready to stream.
Yeah, I mean, I just do it once a week because at least this way I know I'm doing it. And the videos, I'll do them as I can, but I just don't have a lot of time sometimes to do everything.
Yeah. Usually when I have time to do videos too, it's later at night, so a lot of people are going to bed.
Yeah.
Unless they're European.
Well, that's the time. When you got kids, that's the best time. It's quiet.
Yeah.
You want to be able to get stuff done when it's quiet and whatnot. So, yeah. But all right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you all showing up very much. And David, it's always, you're like family, man. So you're adopted. I adopted you. You too, Brian, although you and your addiction stuff, you're being summoned. Oh, yeah, that's
Uncle
right.
Brian.
All right, Brian. Have a good rest of your night, Mini Worma, and you too, Charles. Go get your food. You are family, Mini Worma. I told you that too. I even sent you stuff to prove to you that you were family. Now, unlike Keegan, I didn't send you pictures that were questionable. I actually gave you miniature. So I'll let you go, you guys. Have a good rest of your day. David, hit me up on Messenger or something if you want to set up a time one time. I'll get on there with you. We'll have some fun.
Definitely.
All right.
Got this.
Take it easy.